What? Flying with Mike is on at night? Yeah, we're going to give it a try today. What the heck? We really wanted to get this second flight in, but boy, did we get walloped again in St. Louis. Not particularly around my homestead, but there were several tornadoes from Springfield, Missouri through St. Louis up into, well, still pushing east through Illinois. Out of the so-called viewing areas of the newsrooms. Uh, but they laid down some damage. They got some ME footage because that's mainly what most of them are out there for, not the actual coverage of the what's going on in front of them. But anyway, hey, we're here. We're here to have fun. And we're in Richmond, Virginia, where we left off. Uh, Sitting at the FedEx area, we got a FedEx MD-11. Why not head to the Super Hub in Memphis? And here's another odd thing. What? Flying with Mike is going to fly in the dark on the sim. I am not a huge fan of this. Several reasons. Now, there are the biggest positive to flying at night. The airports stick out like a sore thumb, uh, which is kind of nice. But that also makes it also kind of challenging in the approaches and all because the way the lightings and all hit us. But the big reason I don't like flying in the night environment, you can't see the aircraft when we look at it outside. The only reason you're seeing what you can is ramp lighting. So, uh, oh well. To me, that I love seeing the planes, seeing the paint schemes, imperfections and perfections, and just love that. So, but anyway, we are sitting in Richmond, Virginia, getting the MD-11 ready to roll. Storm Central, even worse thunderstorms than what we encountered are expected in the Memphis area. Matter of fact, they may be getting them right now. So we'll see how that translates once we get there. All right, so let's hop up in the cockpit. You know our drill. We're going to do sim brief here real quick. And hang on a second. Where are you? There you are. And then press on. Okay, so you can see where we are. Looks pretty tranquil. Let me kind of start pulling back. Yeah, it starts getting real nasty real quick. St. Louis is roughly there. Memphis, roughly, I'm going to say here, you can't even see the flight path because of what's going on. And these don't even give justice to the weather that's there. Elevatech, I may pull up before flying starts and let you see it from there. They're a little better, and I probably just need to search for a better weather graphic here. But Sim Toolkit is my preferred flight following program for what you can glean and learn, where you landed, how far off the center line, nose up, were you in any kind of a crosswind slip to get the plane in there. So a lot of other information. Most guys go, oh, that's the problem. Being a private pilot, I strive to try my best to make the landings better. And now we're going to introduce thunderstorms into it. Oh, yeah, let's go fly with Mike, shall we? All right, up here, we are going to look at the payload. It's going to be close to 92,209 pounds. Our zero fuel weight will be close to the 345,480. And we're going to throw 45,751 pounds of fuel in the wings to get us there. We're going to fly at 38,000. It looks like no step climbs. Thumbs up. and we'll depart runway 16. That is the longer of the two. 18 left. We might. We'll see how things go when we get there. And again, like I said, 38,000. Beautiful flight ahead, sort of, kind of. Depends how you define beautiful. Winds here are 109 degrees. And it's really not a bad night here. Overcast skies at 3,500. But overall, for Richmond, it's not bad. Unfortunately, in Memphis, sorry guys, gotta spoil it. Yeah, all heck's breaking loose there. So the good thing, if there is such a positive, winds are 300. Now I'm really confused. Why are we using 18? Probably a reason. 10-mile visibility, rain, ceiling at 8,000 at this moment. We'll see as we get closer. Thunderstorms, lightning, cloud to cloud, cloud to ground. Distance north, northeast. CBs are distant north and northeast. Don't see anywhere in the remarks that cats and dogs are living with each other yet. So I think it's going to be a fun run. Now we're on, if you didn't catch the beep beep beep, we're on VATSIM. And we're going to see what we can do out of here. All right, I'll get the overlays in place so I don't forget, and let's get to work. We've got a lot to do in a short amount of time. All right. So let's get into getting the airplane set up. So the first thing we've got is our sim brief all set, ready to go. We just got to load it into the plane. We'll show you one of the big quirks with this plane. Don't understand the reasoning, but it is what it is. All right, speaking of loading the plane, deplane. All right, when you come into the plane, it will be dark. So just punch the little power button here. That brings our EFB up to this page. Select the situation you want. Do you want it powered up, ready to go, minus putting in the flight plan? Or do you want it cold and dark, or any point in between? Select it. I always go parked with external power, just me. Select what you want elsewise for options. Then I proceed to ground, put the stairs in. Now, again, the way I go, the ground power and the chocks will be in place, so I don't have to touch them. Stair, I'll have to request. Open the cockpit door, open the 3 cargo doors. These are the lower ones, 2 on the first officer side, 1 rear of the captain's side. And since we're at night, I thought it'd be nice, turn the lights on. Once I've done that, I come back over here, and now I attack the loading of the plane. All right, I'd ask how many people remembered our payload. There's not very many people to remember, so we'll keep going. 92209. We'll deal with the payload CG in a few moments. Block fuel 45,750. Oh, seems like we had more fuel going, less mileage. 45751. Trip fuel, or taxi fuel, sorry, 2,000. And our trip fuel. Now, if you don't include trip fuel, it's not a requirement, believe it or not. However, as the statement says above, you won't be able to check your landing weight. And all that is your en route burn on SimBrief. 25185. And for those new to the flight sim world, I don't care which side of the house you're flying on, SimBrief works for both. It's a flight planning tool. really good flight planning tool. Now, there are some real dispatchers I know flying out here. And some are kind of not happy with some of the figures that come out. But for those of us that don't have the highly, super sensitive, super, you know, real world aviation stuff, we have to settle for this or professional flight planner. Um, Actually, I've never compared the two to see which one might be actually better. So anyway, that's what SimBrief is. All right, so today we're flying 600 miles. We're going to try to do it in 1 hour, 47 minutes. And everything looks good here. Again, the Cali 7, SANNY to YICUT, SOGEE, Nashville, on to the Bluz 5. Arrival, 1-8 left. That's probably going to change. Who knows? Maybe 2, or would that be, yeah, 2-7 may become available. All right. Now, once you're done, you can actually set up through their downloader or through the downloads item here to download the flight plan and put it in. So that way, all you got to do is put the company route in. We'll show that here in a moment or two. Okay, once you have this page done, now I remember we were going to come back to payload CG. That is actually one of the most important things on here. Interesting, we're almost fine. We have to make sure our takeoff TO CG, center of gravity, if you look under the graph, you'll see them, is between 30% and 31% with this plane. Not really sure why they haven't made it clear the whys, but hey, that's what they want. That's what we'll give them. So I'm going to dial it down. I try to get the 30.5. Split the middle. Can't go wrong, right? Okay, once you have this done, flying with Mike, no documentation to tell you to do this. It kind of encourages you, but it's your call as the captain. I recommend that you click apply load configuration to the aircraft and FMS. You got it all right in that big mouthful of words. By applying the load configuration, you've already actually loaded the plane. And the weight configuration in the FMC. Now, you haven't put the route or the performance or any of that in it, but you've put the weights. Otherwise, you'd have to either get the information, plug it in, or click online, select keys to make it happen. It's a little cumbersome, so that's why I take the nice, easy road Rotate has given us. And from there, we're ready to go ahead. Now, like I said, I just said the aircraft's loaded. So we're going to go ahead, though, request loading, only because there is some eye candy that goes with it. We may or may not see the fuel truck come in, but if we don't, that's fine. But here's the little bit of eye candy. A little note here. You're going to see 4 containers go into the aircraft. Okay. See how that's nice seeing the cargo bay lit up? Like it would be, in the real world. The only downside to all of this nice eye candy is when the door closes and the animated loader and tug with the trailers disappear because they're no longer needed, so do the cans. So if you're looking to see the plane loaded, and we're not telling it how many containers or pallets to put in, it's just putting 4 in. So you've already got the weight and balance in it. You've already got the fuel. If we see the fuel truck, hooray, as the cartoon Bluey would say. If we don't, but we go on our way. All right, loading the last two in. And that's a, and I'll say this much for the rotate group. That, in my experience, I used to work at an airport. That's about how long it takes for them to, maybe a little slower, but overall, that's about the right amount of time to start loading up. Here comes the fuel truck as we speak. And it's just one of the default ones. It's like if you request service, that's what shows up. And all right, and there you go. That's the enemy. You can't see much because it's dark. So, but that's kind of, this is going to be operated like a real world flight. So, all right, now we're closing up the door. And the loaders are going away. Now, once we went the wrong way, usually the smaller fuel truck shows up. Okay, you see it's gone from inside the plane. Just so you know, yeah, they are gone. And the fuel truck's pulling up. However, you guys that are with virtual airlines like we are, this is for FedEx Express Virtual. Matter of fact, in the chat room, you can see their web address, www.fedex or fdxva.org. Great VA. I've been with them. Good Lord, I don't even know. I'd have to go back and look. It's been well over 7-8 years. And they are just a great bunch of people. I can't leave them. It's that great of a group. I've been through a lot of VAs, but the ones I'm with now, there's sometimes a couple of them push my buttons just right and I'm ready to pull. But FedEx, Sim Air Force, and Pan Am are just downright pretty doggone good, and I recommend them. So, but anyway, if you're with the VA, you could have already started your process. 15,048 right there, folks. Then you can do the sub math. So you're loaded. And because we forgot to do this on the flight in here, I'm doing it right now. All right, so KRIC to K, where are we going? MEM. Do the downlink. And this is not actually required with their ACARS. Okay, and we'll go back to main, start the flight. Perfect, and it's raring and ready to go. It is a version of FS ACARS 2. Those of us that have been in the sim world like me a very long time know that ACARS Pro is really good. It's a modified version of it and a fantastic job at modifying it. So check it out. All right, we got some work to do now. All right, so now that we've got the load on the plane, let's get the plane going. Sound good? All right, battery switches on, otherwise nothing would be lit up right now. We're also on currently external power. Okay, before I fire up the APU, let's do a quick test. Does sound weird, but that is for real. Okay, oddly, there's no APU fire. I guess couldn't pay the lady enough to get her to say APU fire. I don't know. But we'll go ahead, click it on here. You can either click it start stop here with the APU, or just below external power, there's an APU power button. When it becomes available, you'll see it. And it's an automatic switchover. Think Airbus when you're with this plane. And believe it or not, this plane's, all the dominoes start falling into place. Okay. Real quick before we get going, I'm going to go ahead, close, close, and close. Lights off, lights off. Just waiting. There they go. Closed, closed, closed. Gonna leave the main door and everything else as is for now. Just a little less work to do as we get closer. Okay, let's push on. APU test good. GPU rating on the APU. Cockpit lighting has been adjusted. We'll adjust it a little bit more when we're ready to go. Let's do an annunciator test. Look what just became available. We'll go ahead, click on. Down in the air section, we'll click APU. Once we have everything up and running, then we'll turn off external power. Okay, looks like that. We'll do that. And yeah, I keep up with it. Come over here. Okay, let's do it. A little bit of a light test. Everything looks good. Above us, all the light bulbs work. Below us, they all work. And the radio. Okay. Located next to the cargo door test on the fuel line, you'll see annunciator light test. And I say these things because I had a hard time finding them day one. Let's see, we did our cockpit lighting. APU air is on. Okay, let's go nav. We'll get a cargo fire check. 2, 3, CVR check. Okay. And with that CVR, let's put the emergency power switch to arm. And then come down and start aligning our FMC. Now, hang on just a second, because I do like to bring charts in. This could be for naught because I don't know if we have a set of coordinates for where we're parked. Okay, for those that are not familiar with NavGraph charts, you can use SimBrief. Yeah, SimBrief's a pretty important program. You're going to hear me say it a lot. Go to import flight, import from SimBrief, and there it is. Click Richmond to Memphis in our case, and we have an ATIS. That is because there is a digital ATIS in the real world there. Now, VATSIM happens to be up. There'll be one there as well. Same with Richmond, but Richmond does not have a digital ATIS. Okay, again, real quick of the weather, 100 at 9, so 16 is a pretty good bet. 3,500 for our ceiling, 3027. Okay, we'll get the top one here in a minute. Okay, so what we'll do here, here's our route. First, let's get the airplane on here and centered. Second, go to the charts, taxi. Let's see if our gate has a parking spot. I think it's gonna, ooh, it does, C5 right there. Now, I think we might find more FedEx aircraft here. I didn't really look it up like I do sometimes on Google. Okay, so we're going to click FMC, check our active database, make sure the dates are good. If you like flying up to date, if you don't worry about it. Flight plan. Okay, we'll put in our company route. Kilo, Romeo, India, Charlie, Kilo, Mike, Echo, Mike. Boom. Okay, alternate, I think, is Huntsville. Stand by. Huntsville. So K, H, S, V. Flight number, we'll get into this in just a second. There's a reason I like flying out of here on occasion. Um, FedEx actually operates, obviously, a flight from Richmond to Memphis. That's the actual airline call sign on this flight, FDX 811, which happens to be my pilot ID for FedEx. So I love flying it from time to time. Okay, so let's go up here, lat lawns. Let's find Charlie 5. That's where we're at. Let's make sure we're 30 north 37 30.2. Boom, look at that. West 77 20.1. Hey, that's because this is where we parked earlier. Align and set. So when the system aligns, it'll align right here, not wherever the reference point is on the airport. While I'm here, since we only have the one flight level 380, that will go in here. We'll do the rest in a few minutes. Okay, wait a minute. Why is that radar back on? Okay, enough of that. Okay, I told you we were going to set our barometer. First off, the Y key gets rid of the yoke. Okay, so next up is to set up. Oh no, I'm a step ahead, sorry. Head up top here again, start our hydraulic test. I know some of you are going, why? It's flight sim. Because it's in the checklist. I don't like forgetting things because bad things seem to happen during the flight because I forgot to do something important. Like, for instance, put the guard back up. Now, granted, if you hadn't opened it, it wouldn't have been a problem. But if you don't put those guards that are on some of these buttons up, you're potentially could accidentally click one and something could be bad behind it. If you have it and it's guarded, that's 2 clicks. That gives you 2 chances to mess up. A lot of us, we catch it before we do it. So just a little friendly, helpful tip. All right, while we're in the hydraulic test, we need to click hydraulic. Boy, looking a lot more and more like an Airbus, isn't it? And it's just going to charge each system up, 3 of them. Make sure the max happens, and then as it drops down, the alarm to let you know you're low. And then, of course, it's testing the whole system. But the more important thing you want to do is hit these radios. This is where it is crucial. If you want to be able to talk, that's my ATC code that came in that I told you about. Okay, if you want to talk to the controllers by voice, or you want to hear them from their voice, you got to make sure a few things in XPilot. For X-Plane, XPilot is the client, the program that connects X-Plane 12 to the VATSIM network. Okay, so that way you can see them, they can see you, you can converse. However, you have to make sure COM1, first off, for now, 122.8, that's our general frequency to be on in most phases of flight, unless a controller's up. Then on the standby side, we'll get that here in a second, the COM or the CTAF. Now I'm seeing, it looks like DC Center is up. So let me just kind of scroll down. If that's the case, we'll be talking to them before we do anything, so we won't have to do CTAF. Let's dial them in, 133. We're not going to tune them in, we're just going to have them ready, 725. For all I know, who knows, approach may come up. Potomac approach. Okay, so you got the numbers in. Over on COM2, make sure 121.5 is active. The rubber hits the road in the areas below. Make sure TX is highlighted, RX, and both COM1, COM2, or you won't hear them. To do that, spin the knobs completely to the right for VHF1, VHF2, then click on them to get them to light up. Then look at your X pilot and see to it that it is highlighted RX. Then, and only then, should you be able to hear them, unless you have other issues related system-wise that would need to be figured out. But that's what you as a pilot need to make sure, so that when you connect, you can communicate. Okay, enough on that. Let's get back up here, get our glare shield taken care of. Hang on. Let's do it this way. Okay. Make sure we're in inches of mercury, 29.92. Granted, we're going to set it something different. Make sure it's that or HEPA. That's pretty much anywhere else in the world. And it's just a 4-digit, like 1013 or 998 or something like that. Then you would push that and that would switch it to the 4 digits. All right, now we said we did not get rid of charts to show a lot of that. Bad pilot. But we're going to show it here. 3027. We may actually get an ATIS. I don't know. Now, there is a box over on the EFB. Dang it. Okay, finally. Sorry, folks. Sometimes it's temperamental. For me. Not for most people, but lately for me. Okay, so we got our minimums in. The next thing would be to make sure that our bank angle is auto. And to do that, there's a caret on that inner ring. Just make sure it's under auto. And anything else, nav, display, heading, mag. Okay, and we're ready to go there. From there, let's finish up the FMC and get out of here. We got a couple things that are a little different here to do. Hang on a second. I told you we had a couple things. We need the headwind or tailwind. In this case, I'm going to lay odds on a headwind. 267 at 50s are averaged, so that'll be a headwind. So let's do a slash. I don't really get into messing with the temperature. I have a hard time finding it, especially averaged. Cost index 90. And that gives us our optimum and all. 38,000. Now, if you were flying to Europe or Alaska, you may have step climbs in the way. You'll put each one in there, and that'll actually, in the programming of the FMC, help adjust your fuel requirements, or what, how your fuel will take you. Will it make it? Will it not? So I always wondered why we did this. Thanks again to a viewer out there for setting me straight. All right, let's get into this FMC, shall we? Okay, we're taking off. I'm bringing charts in again. Hopefully I'll remember to get rid of it. Let me slide over. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can read it here on the corner. Basically, well, first thing, I'm sorry, we got one more step to do before let's head over here. Let me get rid of charts. We're going to go to weight and balance. I thought I did that. There we go. And basically, we're going to make sure our weights. This is what I talked about if you don't touch the apply load configuration in FNS. You would be filling in everything that's big and bold. You would either fill in or click on it. Takes just a little time, but you never know. Little times, a lot of time. Now we're going to do the flight plan. How many out there are Airbus pilots? You're going, my God, this really is like Airbus. Yeah, really is. I wasn't kidding. Click Richmond, click SID, runway 16, and we said the Cali 7 departure. Now we're going to go out to SANNY. This one's pretty easy. Just go and do the insert. Okay, then from SANNY, then we'll scroll through. Hang on, let me just read through here. Right, item, Cali, read, Drake, SANNY. Really hate that it keeps doing that. Sorry. All right, we'll go ahead and get rid of charts for now. All we're doing is looking for discontinuities. All the way to B&A. At B&A, that's when we'll bring charts back in and look at our arrival. Bluz 5 arrival off Nashville. Okay, so click Memphis, star. Now, here's where it's going to get kind of wonky. Okay, everything has changed. Don't know where Sim Toolkit got its weather, but we're 140 at 7, 10-mile visibility, light rain 6,500, 8,000s, and again, lightning and CBs, northwest, so forth. Down here, you can get all that translated for you. All right, so let's get back to the ATIS. Okay, it's real world, so we can land 18 left, right, or 27. That's an odd one. Very odd. It should be 09. Also, runway codes below, letting you know the condition for stopping on the runway. 555 usually is wet, usually accompanied by the word wet, telling you what the condition and what the contaminant, if any, out there. Could be dry right now. So we'll watch that. That may change en route. This is real world, though. These are things I did at the airport to produce this information for you, the pilots, to learn and to be able to, know what am I going to be able to stop on it. I know you're all going, yeah, you will. In flight sim, yeah. In the real world, maybe not. So you never know. All right, so the Bluz will take us here to Clark. See, wait, we're 18, so we're going north arrivals. We'll come in and line up. We're going to go 18 left. Right, I am so tired of that going back and forth. I can use this program to help me know which approach. We're going to do ILS, 18 left. Why did that not show up? Okay, well, we'll add it. So basically after Copen, we'll go to Reese, either out here by Dawson, which I think Dawson was, oh, I bet that's the center runway. Anyway, last time we deal with this, up, we're looking for I-18 left. Yes. Okay. We're flying to Bluz 5 arrival from Nashville. We don't have any transitions for the runway. So we just click insert. Now from BNA, Nashville, we're going to fly to Satan, Killeen, Speaker, Bluz, Copen. We're going to leave this discontinuity in. If ATC comes up, they may do something funky, and we don't have to worry about what's going on. Reese will be where we pick up 18 left, Ronnie runway, and then our out to hold point is Keezy, and then if we had a route, we could put it into Huntsville. All right, so pretty simple. Hey, Azul, welcome in, sir. Evening. Glad to have you aboard. You see me missing something, let me know, sir. I know you're one of those world-class jet setters out there. All right, now if it goes back, I don't care. It's just annoying. Okay, so we're taking off 16, and that's our schedule. Okay, so we'll hit flight plan here. Now, let's quickly hit NAVRAD. Everything looks good. Perf. Looks good. Takeoff approach. That's the only difference with world class. Nice LOL. This is where it slightly departs from Airbus and enters the world of McDonnell Douglas with the takeoff approach. In Airbus, you'd be on the performance page. All right, so we need to figure out what is our numbers. I am not going to go through that sizing, resizing, to size it, to resize it again. It gets really old really quick. I just turned the lights on and going on for that. Hey, that's a good job to have. Can I have that too? All right, I'll go ahead, bring Sim Toolkit in, but we're not going to worry about the numbers being seen. Okay, so here's Sim Brief. I've talked about it. Real quick, you can either performance and tools or takeoff performance to get the same information. So you're asking, what's the difference? There is actually a difference. Performance tools, let me click it. You have to fill it all in. So you would select your aircraft, you put your airport, runway, takeoff weight. So that's right, you have to go back to your sim brief to come back here. So it's a little cumbersome. Now, the benefit you'll get at the end, you'll get all your data to include any slopes of the runway in the information presented, and at the bottom, a map of where your V1 rotate and V2 is. Again, you had to do all of this here to get there. I, on the other hand, will just click takeoff performance. It just loaded all of my information. Now, I am going to check it only because I've had a couple 737 flights that didn't load right. So hang on, let me close. 389, 231, okay. Perfect. Full auto, good. Wind 100 at 9. Does that sound capisci? Yep, that's what we got. 14, calculate. Done. So you're in, this is your runway. This is what this line here with takeoff weight and all, that's your inputs. And then this is what we're going to put into the McDo. Flaps, thrust, select temperature, flex temperature, and our V1, R, and 2. Okay. If they increase the speeds to help you with climb, they'll tell you that in the notes. Otherwise, they're going to be pretty close. I'm going to let you know. So write it down, 135, 144, 156. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's plug it in, shall we? We set our flex temperature at 60. Slope, I'll get that from Sim Toolkit. You can also get it from your JEP charts. Just a nice, easy get from here. Slope, there it is, up 0.06. So we'll go, oh, I'm sorry, down. So -1. 0.1. Just like it says, now you're going to want the headwind or tailwind or crosswind component. I don't know I don't know if XW will do the crosswind. I'll just put in the headwind. What was it again? 9? I think it's 14 for the outside air temperature. And then the flaps, which are 15 for this flight. All right, and then 136, 136, 151. We are so close, folks. Okay, the numbers that came up to compare to. Oh, there they are. 136, 136, 151. Okay. So we'll go with them. I'm okay with that. And we have everything loaded. We're ready to go. All we have left is right up here. And that is 250 runway heading. We know 160 to start. Check the airport chart and it's 157. Okay, we have ATC, so we'll hold. And what else do we need to do? Okay, our traffic data, VOR, increase. Do the same over here. And make sure the bright levels are up. Okay, and leave them off while we're on the ground. We're ready to go, folks, so I hope you are. Not too bad. We're ready to go in less than an hour. Let's see what ATC tells us. DC 130, let's just make sure. Okay, nobody else, so 133.725. I'm going to double check they didn't throw an ATIS on me. Shocked they didn't. Oh, there's 2 of us here. Always when you're ready to talk to them, have pen and paper ready to write. 133.725. Yeah, Washington Center, FedEx 811 Heavy at Richmond requests clearance to Memphis as filed.
Was it the FedEx call? Or Southwest?
That was FedEx 811 Heavy.
FedEx 811 Heavy, Washington Center, you're clear to the Memphis Airport to Cali 7 departure, then as filed, maintain 4000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure, this frequency, squawk 7010.
Okay, FedEx 811 Heavy cleared Cali 7 departure with you, initial climb 4000, flight level 38010 after, and 7010 is in the box. We're ready to push back and start.
FedEx 811 Heavy, push and start a pilot's discretion call for taxi and advise runway of choice, wind 120 at 10.
FedEx 811 will call you for taxi. We are planning 16, just to give you an early heads up.
You can expect.
Thanks. Okay.
And Washington Center, this is Southwest 2053 on the ground in Richmond, looking to pick up I part of Baltimore.
Southwest 2053 Washington Center, clearance on request, standby, number 1, controller brief in progress. United 241, descend and maintain 3000.
3000, United 241.
Okay, let's get the cockpit dimmed a little.
Southwest 1647 Washington Center, descend via the Trish for arrival. Expect the visual approach runway 10, the Baltimore altimeter 3030.
Alright, descend via the Trish for arrival, and can we go ahead and request the RNet 015 right?
It's on request.
Cockpit, tow is driving up.
Bit tight.
Washington Center, good evening, Scandinavian 925 with you, flight level 260, Max 85.
Stand by.
United 241 over clear for the river vision.
United 241, turn left heading 250, report the river in sight.
Is are closed.
250 and we'll report it to United 241.
All right, let's get this thing ready to push.
District 5589, speed 210.
Speed 210, but 5589.
United 241, do you have the river in sight? United 241, you're clear the river visual, runway 19 approach, contact Potomac approach, 119.85.
Tow connected and bypass.
Blue Streak 5589, contact Potomac approach, 119.85.
Blue Streak 5589.
Southwest 1647, contact Potomac approach, 119.85, he has your request.
500 on Southwest 1647.
You as well. Is there anybody else trying to call in?
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
be right back.
Washington Center, hello. United 1560 with you for level 340.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Traffic United 1560 radar check.
Center said he'll be right back.
Roger that, thanks.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, I don't know if he handed us off to Potomac. Now they're there. All right, let's get up here. Windshield defogger off. And
Sorry about that. Center's back.
Center, hello. United 1560 with you, flight level 340.
United 1560, Washington Center, welcome. United 315 descend via the Cavalier 6 arrival, landing south at the Richmond altimeter 3026.
Send by the Cavalier 6 arrival for United 315.
all right, let's switch to engine. And we need to get that APU shut down. Okay, next up, set our trim to 4.8. And I think, all right, now flaps over here is a little different than you're used to. McDonnell Douglas called it dial-a-flap. It almost sounds like you got to call an 800 number to get your flap setting. You know, dial-a-flap, 800 dial-a-flap. What you're going to do is with the wheel, set the flap setting you're given from your company. Once you have it there, when you move this to 0, which will deploy the slats, from there to 28 degrees will be somewhere in this number, and that's where it'll go. I think it's kind of funny, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and arm up my spoilers because I always forget. One and two. Nice thing, though, that McDonnell Douglas has done, we can see our flap settings right on our PFD. Slats, flaps. So that's cool. All right, the last thing we got to do, set takeoff reject, takeoff data one more time, confirm it. and then we'll be ready to taxi. 136-136-1. Read from the bottom up, like the speed gauge will run. 136, okay, everything's confirmed. We're ready to go. I'd like to knock out some of the takeoff.
Air Transat 847 Washington Center, welcome. Scandinavia 925 Washington Center, go.
Go ahead, Scandinavia 925.
Scandinavia 925, descend via the Hyper 9 arrival, landing south, the Dulles altimeter 3024.
Descending by the highway lanes south and onto the 1324, Scandinavia 525, baby.
Washington Center, FedEx 811 Heavy at Richmond, ready to taxi for runway 16.
Aircraft on the ground at Richmond, Potomac approach is now online. Contact Tim 119.85. Have a good day.
All right, 119.85, FedEx 811, thanks. Would have swore I heard him clear someone to land. Potomac approach, FedEx 811 at Richmond, ready to taxi, runway 16.
All aircraft stand by.
Where's the movement line at?
All right, aircraft calling for clearance. That was Southwest 2053 advisory to copy. Ready to copy for Southwest 2053. Southwest 2053 cleared to Baltimore Airport, Lucille 6 departure. Then as filed, climb via SID, expect 11,000 10 minutes after departure. This frequency squawk 4741. Clear to Baltimore, Lucille 6 and as filed, climb by the SID, expect 11,010. Departure on this frequency, squawk 4741, Southwest 2053. Southwest 2053, read back correct. ATIS Alpha, current advisory, have that, call for taxi, expect runway, advise what runway would you like for departure. We're departing south. We'll pick up Alpha, we're expecting 16 for Southwest 2053. Southwest 2063, very good, call for taxi, expect 16. Call for taxi, expect 16, Southwest 2053. FedEx 811 Potomac departure. Hello, sir. What runway were you expecting? Are you expecting 16?
Hey, firm 16 for FedEx 811 at Richmond.
FedEx 811, runway 16, taxi via Golf Uniform Alpha, hold short, runway 20.
Who? All right, Golf Uniform, then Alpha, did you say, for 16 for FedEx 811?
A-firm, Golf Uniform Alpha, hold short 20.
Okay, we'll go Golf Uniform Alpha. We'll hold short 20, FedEx 811.
Yeah, 241, welcome to DCA. Join Kilo to the gate. See you later.
Go to the gate. Have a good night. See you next time.
FedEx 811 Heavy, is that Golf ahead of you or Foxtrot?
Foxtrot, but we can do what you need us to do.
I assumed you were one taxiway south where you are. Now I'm drilling in on you. See, you're down Foxtrot. Foxtrot Uniform Alpha, hold short runway 20 for now.
Okay, Foxtrot Uniform Alpha, and we'll hold short 20 FedEx 811.
Potomac departure, very good evening. American 3079, ATIS Whiskey at DCA, spot 3 ready taxi.
American 379, Potomac departure, hello, runway 19er, taxi via Kilo 1 Juliet, cross runway 15 Juliet.
Oh, I could have came up to here. Dang
Okay,
it.
we were previously got to 15. Is it possible to get 15, or we could quickly switch over to 19er?
I can give you 15. You're a little big for that runway. That usually gets RJs and below. But if you can do 15, runway 15, taxi via Kilo November.
We can do 15. We're pretty light today. Kilo November, American 379.
Southwest 1647, welcome to Baltimore. Exit runway left, Delta, cross runway 28 on Delta. What's your gate?
Alright, left Delta, cross 28 Delta, and we're parking Bravo 3.
United 241, give way to American A320 coming out of the alley in alleyway 2. And once he's clear, you can taxi in.
I will look out for United
1647 cross, United Southwest 1647, cross runway 28 on Delta, left Papa, hold short Echo. I got company coming out.
Alright, cross the Delta, left on Papa, hold short Echo for 1647. And approach Southwest 2763, ready to go with Alpha.
Southwest 2763, thank you. Runway 15 right, taxi via Echo Papa, altimeter 3030, thank you.
15 right via Echo Papa, Southwest 63.
Southwest 1647, company will come out on Echo. Once he's clear, you can taxi in via Echo. Thanks for flying.
Alright, copy. We'll wait for the company across and we'll taxi in via Echo. Thanks for the service. 1647.
Thank you for the traffic. American 3079, runway 15, line up and wait.
15 line up away, American 379.
FedEx 811, I see you coming in on the inner apron behind the Southwest 73 there. Is that correct? Was the outside unable?
Negative. You had us Fox Uniform Alpha.
Affirmative, sir, but uniform is the outermost, correct? It's parallel to runway 2 for the extension, and then Alpha is the little bit of taxiway there short of 20 at the end of uniform. Confirm?
Okay, I'm following you now. I show Alpha the whole length.
Track, we may be looking at a different chart. That's okay, but you're behind a Southwest 73. Stand by there, hold position. Unless you can get around them, hold position there, and once the 73 goes, I'll have you number 2. Sorry about that. The intention was to have you on uniform, the taxiway off your right wing, and take that all the way to the end.
It took me a little bit to figure out where uniform was, but I didn't realize charts were different.
No worries, we got it now. No worries. Thanks for your patience. Blue Streak 5589, welcome to DCA, cross runway 4 on Juliet. Join Kilo to the ramp.
Uh-oh.
Cross runway 4 on Juliet, Kilo to the ramp. Blue Streak 5589.
America 379, runway 15, clear for takeoff. Wind 120 now.
Clear for takeoff 15, American 3039.
You know, I could do some fun here.
Potomac
I've told
departure
this
is
story
21 with
a lot
whiskey
of
and
times.
signature at KDCA, ready for
Different
taxi.
airline, but you know, it
Is that
could
Jet
be
21 Potomac
applicable
departure?
here.
Hello, what runway were you told to expect? You've
Do
got
you all
19 and 15 both available for you.
Airline called
I would like to go on 15
People's
as a Jet
Express.
21.
It kind of was a
Is that Jet 21
forerunner to
runway 15,
Southwest.
taxi via Kilo November?
Well, at Newark was
Kilo
their
November
base.
15, it's a Jet 21.
And we were
Potomac
flying
Southwest
Kitabiwe.
2053, ready to
And
taxi
we
Richmond
had
with
a
Alpha.
great captain who
Southwest 2053, thank you. Runway 16, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 20. Alpha cross 20, Southwest 2053.
anyway,
FedEx
they're
811,
going
you're
through-
number 2, follow Southwest 73 ahead, runway 16, taxi via Alpha, hold short 20.
We got on the wrong page. There we go. FedEx 811, we're number 2, following Southwest ahead of us on taxiway Alpha. We'll hold short 20.
American 379, radar contact, say altitude passing.
Anyway,
Passing
the
2000.
captain came on and said, well, we're behind
American 379, thank you. Climb maintain, flight level 190.
to collect money for the
Up to
engine
190,
stuff. I think
American
the same thing was
3079.
going on with Southwest. Just kidding if you're listening.
And you said I couldn't do 15.
Do what you got to do so you can get in the air safely. But it was, you know, almost identical to what it was 30 some years ago when I did that.
Good evening, Skyline 925 Heavy on heading 255
It
on
was a
flight
funny,
level
it was a
110, flight
great
level
flight.
87.
Captain Budweiser flew us home.
Scandinavian 925 Potomac approach, hello. Are you able to resume the hyper or are you on a heading?
Heading for now. Some reason he's fucked my flight plane, so it's deleted everything. So heading for now would be great.
These things happen. Scandinavian 925 Potomac approach, hello. The Dallas ATIS information Golf altimeter 3024. Fly present heading. Descend and maintain 9,000. Expect ILS approach. Runway 19
Now,
center.
will Southwest have to go through the aisleways at
Present
20
heading
to
down
collect
to
for the,
90,
for the takeoff?
expecting ILS 19 cents and ultimate correction 3024 information Golf. Skyline 925 here.
And thank you. Southwest 2053, wind 110 at 10, runway 16, clear for
This is
takeoff.
what he was talking about. Okay.
16 clear for takeoff, Southwest 2053.
Southwest 2763, use caution, similar sounding call sign and frequency. Southwest 2763, wind 1307, runway 15 right, Balmer, clear for takeoff.
15 right, Southwest 2763, that's Warren, yeah, Southwest 2763.
All right, we want to make sure we're ready to go when he gives us, because they are slammed. All right, takeoff checks. Auto flight EAD, hydraulics good. Okay.
American 379, clear to X1.
Clear to X1, American 3079.
X811 heavy, cross runway 20, runway 16, line up and wait.
Cleared across 20 to line up and wait on 16, FedEx 811. Oh, my bad. I did it again. There we go. Lights on.
Scandinavian 925, fly heading 200, descend and maintain 7,000.
Left heading 220 and descend and maintain 7,000. Skyline 925 here.
Scandinavian 925, heading 200. Southwest 2053, radar contacts, altitude passing.
Leaving 2.3 for Southwest 2053.
Southwest 2053, thank you. Clear direct Shellback intersection, climb maintain 11,000.
Up to 11,000, direct shell back for Southwest 2053.
American 3079, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Oh, what 13372, thanks for the circle, we'll see you around.
Thank you for the traffic, sir. Exact jet 21 at the end, runway 15, line up and wait.
Yeah, 15, line up and wait, it's jet 1.
FedEx 811 heavy, wind 110 at 10, runway 16, Richmond, clear for takeoff.
FedEx 811 heavy, cleared for takeoff, runway 16 here at Richmond.
Southwest 2763, radar contacts, altitude passing.
Climb through 2,400, Southwest 2763.
Southwest 2763, thank you. Climb maintain flight level 230.
Flight level 230 for Southwest 2763.
Exit jet 21, wind 1209, runway 15, DCA, clear for takeoff.
15, clear for takeoff, it's jet 21.
V1. Rotate.
FedEx 811 Heavy, your radar contact, say altitude passing.
Yeah, FedEx 811 Heavy passing 3,300. Make that 3,400 for 4,000.
FedEx 811 Heavy, roger, climb maintain 12,000.
Continue to 12,000, FedEx 811. Oops, forgot to set 4,000. Thank you for catching me real quick. Okay, flaps.
Exetia 21, radar contact, say altitude passing.
Gotcha, 3,000, climbing 260.
Exetia 21, thank you. Clear direct Hafner, climb maintain, flight level 210.
Up to 210, direct Hafner, Exetia 21.
Affirmative.
I just realized what I wanted to watch today on TV, and oh well, I'll catch it tomorrow. Dang it.
Potomac approach, American 1630. Reagan with whiskey, ready for taxi, spot 1, 15 or 15 or 19.
American 1630, Potomac departure, hello. For you, sir, what's your SID? American 1630, let's keep it simple tonight. Runway 19er, taxi via Kilo 2 Juliet, cross runway 15 Juliet.
Alright, runway 19er, Kilo 2, Juliet, cross runway 15 at Juliet, American 1630.
FedEx 811 Heavy, contact Washington Center 133.72.
133.725 for FedEx 811. Thanks. Great job.
Thank you for the traffic. Southwest 2763, same for you, sir. Contact Washington Center 133.72.
Very much. And DC Center, FedEx 811 Heavy, back with you, climbing through, leveling off at 12,000.
FedEx 811 Heavy, Washington Center, climb maintain flight level 380.
Continuing to flight level 380 for FedEx 811 Heavy.
American 3079, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Continuing to climb up to 370, American 3079.
Center, good evening, Southwest 2763 with you, climbing through 1000 for flight level 230.
Southwest 2763, Washington Center, climb maintain flight level 400.
Climb maintain flight level 400, Southwest 2763.
Wow. That was fun, folks. It's been a while since we've had good ATC on at night. No, the TV show that I like watching is Amazing Race. And as you all know, we are flying flights to kind of retrace the routes they're taking, where they're flying country to country, not on their different challenges. So be watching tomorrow. We're going to try this. We may have to break it.
Washington Center, hello, this is 13,000, climbing flight level 210.
So,
Executive
anyway,
21, Washington Center, climb maintain flight level 260.
260, this is 21.
we have a lot of, oh yeah, we're fully loaded all the way to Memphis. We'll be
United
with
315,
ATC
contact
the whole
Potomac
time.
Bridge 109.85, good day.
18,000 standard. Away we go. Oh, dang it. While I was there, I should have done it. Okay, terrain. Perfect. I'm pretty sure we will not see the weather when we get out to Memphis.
Good evening and happy birthday, Washington Center. JetBlue 1024 with you, flight level 350.
JetBlue 1024 Washington Center, welcome.
So,
Washington Center, Moxie 44, 200 for 230.
all right, well, I hope y'all are enjoying, and it's been a fun flight so far. We're headed for the thunderstorms.
Aircraft comments again.
Moxie 44, 204 for 230.
Moxie 44 Washington Center, climb maintain flight level 270.
Oh,
270, Moxie 44.
by the way, folks, if ATC is too loud, let me know.
Washington Center,
It's
Warrior
working.
64 Tango Zulu number 1, runway 3 at Raleigh Exec, and we are going to fly the ODP
I
out
just
of here.
happened to look over and see the dial moving.
November
I was like,
64
hallelujah, finally
Tango
working.
Zulu. Release for departure clearance void if not off in 10 minutes. If not off in 10 minutes, advise this frequency of intentions no later than 15 minutes. Frequency change approved.
Release for departure clearance void, if not off in 10 minutes. Warrior 64 Tango Zulu.
See, that's why I'm not a huge fan of flying with it in in the nighttime. I've never had aircraft look that great at night. Can't see them. Here, at least you can see a little, but yeah, it's just, that's my big thing. Now, granted, we'll be in clouds, so that'll make a little bit, but if we were VFR the whole way, you would see airports all over the place. So that is the benefit. I will say it makes it a lot easier to find them. I still need to try something with the general aviation airports. So that is awesome that the voice is back on it. Yes. That makes me happy. Not sure what that's all about. Cabin pressure relief. Oh, whatever it was, it's gone. All right.
Washington Center, American 1630, 9,500 for 17,000, wings 5. American 1630, Washington Center, climb maintain flight level 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360, American 1730, 1630.
Mach C44, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Climb maintain 310, Mach 44.
Washington Center, Warrior 64, Tango Zulu 1,600, climbing 3,000.
November 64 Tango Zulu, Washington Center, ident.
Ident 64 Tango Zulu.
November 64 Tango Zulu, radar contact 20 miles southwest of the Raleigh Airport. Climb and maintain 5,000 and clear direct destination.
Climb maintain 5,000, clear direct to Curtis Brown, destination Warrior 64 Tango Zulu.
American 3079 cross news, to maintain flight level 270.
Cross news out of maintain flight level 270, American 3079.
And American 3079, Boston Center 134.7, good day.
Over to Boston Center 134.0, we'll see you around American 3079.
Zoom.
FedEx 811, contact Atlanta Center 132.907, good day.
13297 FedEx 811 Heavy, thanks. Good evening, Atlanta Center, FedEx 811 Heavy with you, flight level 380.
FedEx 811, Atlanta Center, roger, hello.
Kind of shocked he handed us that quick.
Yeah, 2208, clear direct haunted.
Okay, direct haunted for United 28.
Center Nova Observer 560 Bravo, ready for takeoff. Delta 2, correction Delta 327, descend and maintain 900,000, fly present heading.
10 to 9,000, fly pleasant heading, Delta 327.
Number 0500 Bravo, turn left heading 120, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff.
Left 120, 23 right, clear for takeoff for November 0500 Bravo.
American 2268, actually discard. Contact Jacksonville 135.902, good day.
Over to Jacksonville now, 3592 for American 2268.
Southwest 2690, contact Washington 133.72, good day. Southwest 2690, contact Washington 133.72, good day.
3372 Southwest 2690, see ya.
Delta 327 Heavy, descend and maintain 6,000.
1760, Delta 327.
November 0500 Bravo, ready to contact sea altitude.
We're passing 1,700.
All right, folks, an hour and 10 minutes to
There,
go.
0 Bravo, Roger. Clear direct Elwood, climb maintain 1000.
1,000 direct Elwood, for 0500 Bravo.
Southwest 3170, correction, Delta 3177 Atlanta Center, hello, running 9 left at Mike 2, taxi via Lima 1. Delta 2190, descend and maintain level 240.
Flight level 240, Delta 2190.
November 50 Bravo, descend and maintain level 350.
350, November 50, Bravo.
Aircraft 569, descend and maintain level 350.
That's a flight level 350, Canada 569.
0 Bravo, contact Washington 133.72, good day.
133.72, see ya.
Atlanta Delta 1206 to North November.
Delta 1206 Atlanta Center, hello, running 8 right taxi via hotel.
Airline Hotel Delta 1206.
Delta 327, send and maintain 3000, advise you on the airport site.
We have airport side 73000, Delta 327.
Delta 327 Heavy, roger, join the final action disregard. You're clear for the visual approach runway 9 right.
Clear visual approach runway 9 right, Delta 327 Heavy.
Number 085 Sierra Bravo, descend and maintain level 240. Number 085 Sierra Bravo, descend and maintain flight level 240.
240, FF Sierra Bravo.
Delta 3177 RNAV to Lattice, runway 9 left at Mike 2, clear for takeoff.
Alright, RNAV Lattice, clear for takeoff at Mike 2, 9 left, Delta 3177.
Delta 1206 RNAV to Ronnie, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Airline Ronnie, 8 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 1206.
Delta 2190, cross Aussie, out of maintain 4000, the Atlanta altimeter 3006.
Again, if the ATC is sounding a little too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. I now have individual control of a lot more here on the mix in
Delta
OBS.
2190, maintain 310 knots or greater in the
Compliments of
transit.
a good friend streamer.
Alright, maintain 310
Trying to
knots
find
or greater,
other
Delta
things we
2190.
need to separate.
Number 5 Sierra
and,
Bravo,
be able to
maintain
control better.
300, correction, do not exceed 310 knots or do not exceed 310 knots in the transition.
And we will not pass 310 knots. November 5 Sierra Bravo.
I've seen Slayer before. ATC is a
Yeah,
tad bit
1738, contact
loud.
Memphis 132.55 gate.
Contact Memphis Center 132.
Well, for a second, I thought he handed me off to Memphis. Like, dang, I'm not really even in your
327 Heavy,
territory.
11406, runway
Thanks,
9 right,
Hawker.
clear to land.
Appreciate it.
Right, Delta 327 Heavy.
Ten by 10. I don't have that many spots on my tick here. 5 by 5. I don't even have that many. No, I get it. Oh, fine.
Delta 1206, ready to contact the altitude.
That is not a radar return, is it?
1206, thank you. Climb maintain level
We
340.
may actually see some of this stuff out there, one by one.
Delta 3177, ready to contact the altitude.
I think 3000, Delta 3177.
Oh, jeez.
3177, roger, climb maintain level 250.
I'm glad to see you out there today, Hawker. Hope you had a good day. Hope the storms weren't as horrible. Well, they weren't really that horrible today. In parts of the area it was, but hopefully things fine at your abode. And we'll kind of see as we get closer to Memphis
569, cross
if we
Andre,
see
and
this
maintain 13000
thunderstorm
feet,
line.
Atlanta altimeter 3006.
100 Adam maintain 13,000 and altimeter 3006 on Canada 569.
Again, like many on X-Plane 12, we are waiting. Whoop, wrong one. For the next release of update 2.0. The betas should be sometime between now and whenever. And looking forward to what the teasers are really doing a good job at teasing us. We're chomping at the bit to give it a try. The clouds today, was it today or yesterday? Anyway, finally the thunderstorms are starting to look as they should in the weather department. Or I at least found one that works conducively with their textures.
Delta 2083, Atlanta Center, hello, runway
So
8
I'm
right, taxi
really
hotel.
looking forward to that. Hopefully they dim it a smidgy. I think still at daytime,
Bravo, we can resume normal speed, thank you.
it's still kind of bright. But it's a heck of a lot better than
Center, Pulse 45 is passing,
when I look at others and
2800
see how
Charlotte.
dark they are.
Pulse 45, Atlanta Center, hello, you're ready to contact. Climb maintain 900,000.
Climb maintain 900,000, Pulse 40.
Atlanta, good night, X-Such 50 and flight level 450. Switch A15, Atlanta Center, hello.
Yeah, we're definitely getting some returns. That's pretty good.
Delta 2083, Arnett the Herschel, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
So, Hawker, were you able to get that Cherokee under control without a tail? Since you missed that on pre-flight.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Southwest 1783, flight level 350.
South 1783, Atlanta Center, hello. Delta 327 Heavy, welcome to Atlanta, state parking.
Terminal Tango Concourse, Delta 327.
Delta 327, roger. At Delta, cross runway 9 left, join Mike to parking, good day.
Cross 9er left, Delta, and then
turn right direct Hamlin.
Return direct Hamlin, Palace 40.
Atlanta Center, good evening, Delta 1510, Papa 370, crossing Larry, Papa 350.
Delta 1510, Atlanta Center, hello.
Well, let's see if we're going to hand off to Indianapolis or maybe hang tight in Atlanta.
November 50, Bravo cross Aussie, to maintain 14,000.
Cross Aussie, to maintain 14,000, 50 Bravo.
Delta 1097, descend to maintain level 240.
Level 240, Delta 1097.
Atlanta Center, hello, Delta 401, flight level 350 for 330.
Delta 401, Atlanta Center, hello.
So, Hawker, which one are you up here flying? We're in your favorite airspace, Atlanta.
Atlanta Center, Delta 866, 327, 2330.
Oh, the B2. Okay.
Delta 866, Atlanta Center, roger, hello.
Atlanta Center, Papa Sierra, November, Charlie Tango.
Go ahead.
I thought you were going to say the F-47.
Atlanta Center, Papa Sierra, November, Charlie Tango.
Papa Sierra, November, Charlie Tango, Atlanta Center, go ahead.
Papa Sierra, November, Charlie Tango, we are at Knoxville ground. I request flight plan to Kilo Fox, Papa Romeo as filed.
Roger, kind of ground point, Niner.
Wow, there is a ton of centers up. That is awesome. Again, I don't get to fly much at this hour, but it is so nice to see much of the East Coast lit up.
Delta 27, correction, Delta 2083, 4.5 10.
That's 23, ready to contact, thank you, climb maintain level 340. Delta 672, send maintain level 240.
240, Delta 672.
All right, let's see if these cells, how they look on here. I don't really see them. Oh yeah, Memphis is. Oh yeah, they're about to get hammered.
Center, good evening, Southwest 2763 with you, flight level 400.
South 2763, Atlanta Center, roger, hello.
Now we'll see how that translates into the flight sim. I've
Delta 295.
I've seen weather in the flight sim that just screamed you weren't going to see anything, and yet you flew in perfect VFR. And then I've seen days where it was a clear day and I couldn't see the runway with my eyes open.
Or 14300.
So you just never know how it's going to paint in the sim.
Delta 2190, resume normal speed.
Is he controlling? Hang on a second. All the way down?
Delta 2190, resume normal speed.
Alright, resume normal speed, 12, Delta 2190.
Oh, he is. He's doing a good job. He's controlling all the way down and to Hartsfield. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, we'd love for you to smash that follow button. That way you'll know when we go live next time. Also on that note, if you're watching us on YouTube, hey, the same thing works over there, except the word is subscribe, and thumbs up we'd love to see, and thank you ahead of time. We sure appreciate y'all.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2713 at 8,000.
Delta 2713, Atlanta Center, hello, climb maintain level 230, clear icons, is your normal speed.
Resume normal speed, direct icons 230, 2713.
Delta 401, descend and maintain level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, Delta 401.
Delta 2090, expect visual approach, runway 8 left.
Expect visual 8 left, Delta 2190.
Canada 569, expect visual approach, runway 8 left.
Expect visual 8 left, Canada 569.
50 Bravo, expect visual approach, 8 left.
Like I said, he is doing a fantastic job.
And visual approach 8 left, 50 Bravo.
He is like the 747 that we fly, the 200. Man doing many different positions at one spot. Doing a great job at it. Real world probably can't.
2190 squawk, gosh, just grab 1 second. No, the 2190 squawk 2635.
Squawk 2635, Delta 2190.
Delta 672 cross chipper, right to maintain 13,000 at 250 knots, the Atlanta altimeter 3006.
Chipper at 13,000, 250 knots, 3006 knots.
And number 5077 Juliet, looking to fly over the Atlanta class Bravo airspace. You're looking to transfer through the Bravo from south to north over the Atlanta airport. There's 77 Juliet, roger. 7 Juliet, roger. Climb maintain 1000, thank you. The Atlanta altimeter 3006.
Airline Center, American 815, we're back with you. Sorry about that, Austin crashed.
Who was that?
American 815.
American 815, roger. I got you now, thank you. Climb maintain level 360.
Climb safe level 360, American 815, thanks.
FedEx 811, contact Indy Center 128.22.
128.22 FedEx 811. Thanks.
Delta 2190, you want to stay at 4,000?
Who was that calling?
2190 at 1,4,000.
2190, descend and maintain 12,000.
Alright, down to 12,000, Delta 2190.
ND Center, FedEx 811 Heavy with you, flight level 380. I did it again. Wrong frequency.
Well, 5 ready service terminated. Frequency approved. Have a good night.
Over your count, thanks for helping, and have a great night.
Is 401 cross Glavin, out of maintain 12,000 at 250 knots, the Atlanta altimeter 3006.
12825. ND Center, FedEx 811 Heavy with you, flight level 380.
FedEx 811 ND Center, welcome aboard.
Always helps put the right frequency in. You know. So we will continue on to Memphis. We're looking at about call it an hour. Let's just be real, and we got a lot of fun ahead with these thunderstorms. I'll tell you, the news channels here showed a couple of nice tornadoes south of where I live. So that's interesting. Plus out in the
so American 1856 through the descent on
western
the
Missouri. So
2-3 right transition.
wow,
We're riding
did it
right
do
up
some
the edge of the
damage.
storm. We got moderate to severe turbulence, and right now we're hitting I'd say light moderate turbulence on the way down.
Okay, 1856, roger. Do you have any kind of wind readout where you are?
225 at 62, and it's been between 235 and 225. It hasn't changed much.
American 1856, roger.
Endeavor 1121, winds are 220.4, gets 29er, runway 23 right, clear to land.
23 right, clear to land, Endeavor 1121.
Indy Center, JetBlue 2048, we're going to try to leave. We're short a hotel at Indy.
And JetBlue 2048, good luck with the winds. This is Indy Center. Runway, would you like 23 right or 23 left?
We've got 23 right in the box, if you can do that.
And JetBlue 2048, runway 23 right, taxi via Hotel Romeo Bravo.
Hotel Romeo Bravo for 23 right for JetBlue 2048.
It wouldn't be VATSIM with airports open without airports open in the middle of a storm.
Well, you know that Jeffrey B over in Stewart, he's got a tight schedule.
If you guys look it up, Brickyard 4586 landed 52 minutes ago, which is the bulk of the storm.
All right, as mentioned, tomorrow we will be kind of a little following of the amazing race. We'll be going from Japan to Indonesia, I think. I don't know if I'm going to split it. It's about a 7.5 hour flight. So we'll kind of play it by ear tomorrow.
Delta 1442, Cleveland Center is closed. Good luck with the weather. Radar service terminated for English approved.
And Delta 1442, we'll see.
Cleveland's getting hit?
And Indy Center, Lindbergh 1640. We're over Pittsburgh right now, but we know Cleveland Center is closing up. Can we have a request a little bit early, or do you want us to wait another few miles?
Lindbergh 1640, Indy Center, is it a VFR request?
Affirmative.
Alright, give me the information.
Lindbergh 1640 would like a VFR flight level following to Indianapolis at 16,500. We are at CRJ 550.
Hawker, see, you could
Say
do
1A
that.
left or 1A center?
Lindbergh 1640, squawk 4565.
4565, Lindbergh 1640, and
Your
you know, I have a
aircraft's
funny
flying
feeling
to
I could pick up a
CRJ
pop-up in a bit. I'm sure
550,
though.
I think he said.
You most likely
You could
will.
be up here flying,
Maybe.
man.
Endeavor 1121, taxi to parking via Bravo Tango.
Taxi parking Bravo
The
Tango.
Lindbergh
Yeah,
call sign.
Endeavor 1121.
But nope.
American 1856, the winds are 220.14, gust 29er, runway 23 right, clear to land.
Oh yeah, Indianapolis is getting slammed right now
Indy Center, Delta
with the
5,
weather.
6 level 340.
Midnight snack time. It's not midnight
Indy
yet.
Center,
Come
welcome
on.
aboard. And number 2, Kilo Hotel, Indy Center, are you on frequency?
In my quotes. Oh, Hawker. Whoops.
JetBlue 2048, we're holding short islands, critical area, 33 right.
And folks,
JetBlue
Hawker
2048, holding short of
125
landing traffic.
streams, you can catch them out there.
Roger that, holding
And
short,
as you
JetBlue
saw
2048.
streaming music a few days ago, check him out, follow him, and you can
Watch me
enjoy
obliterate
any
this
of the
landing, so trying to
games
learn how to
or
fly this
the music that he may play. And on a rare occasion, he might actually fly an airplane.
boring.
So you never
And
know.
Indy Center, Lindbergh 1640.
Well, check him out. Also in his garage, he has
like there's some buildup here, so we'd like to go ahead and pick up a pop-up IFR.
a Hawker 125 fuselage that one day
for now, maintain
between
VFR,
now
and the
and
squawk is 45
the
65.
end times in the Bible, there'll
Making
be, he
VFR
hopes to turn it
4565.
into
Sorry about
a
that. I'll
flight
get one in, but
simulator.
try that now.
Indiana Center, November 2 Kilo Hotels with you, flight level 300. November 2 Kilo Hotel, Indy Center, order contact, welcome aboard.
Oh, I'm getting ready to be shoved over to Memphis already. Cool.
1640, get that squawk.
Number 1640 negative, I'm showing 4500 as your squawk.
Memphis still
ident.
up? Yes, they are.
Yeah, identity. Yeah, we're in the CRJ. It's put in properly. It's probably not showing right.
That was a bug back before it was V2, I'm pretty sure.
Just recycled the transponder. How's that?
Lindbergh 1640 radar contact, about 25 miles east of Bel Air VOR. You're good at Indianapolis Airport via direct for now, have an arrival for you shortly. Maintain 16,000 or whatever altitude you want, just let me know which one you want.
We'll go direct, and we would probably like 220 if possible, Lindbergh 1640.
Lindbergh 1640, climb and maintain level 220.
Up to 220,
Interesting.
Lindbergh
It's not a
1640.
VFR altitude.
American 856 vacated.
Although I
to the
shouldn't
right.
say that. Rules change. Maybe it is.
Taxi parking, via Bravo Tango.
Bravo Tango, American 1856, thank you.
W2048, the winds are 20016, yes 22. Fly runway heading, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff.
Good for takeoff, runway 23 right, we'll fly runway heading, JetBlue 2048.
Alright, Lindbergh 1640. You ready to copy that clearance? I have it now.
Ready to copy, Lindbergh 1640.
Number 1640, go to the Indianapolis Airport, present position direct to Rente, Snake Pit 2 arrival.
Clear direct to Indy, Rente, Snake Pit 2 arrival, Lindbergh 1640.
Yeah, we're not far off from Memphis.
American 815, clear direct bonnet.
Bonnet, American 815.
Southwest 302, contact Atlanta Center, 132.907.
Speaking of which,
3297 for 302. Swift 811, ready to taxi, runway 18 left.
Colleen at or above 24,000.
811, ND Center, squawk mode Charlie.
Speaker above 14, below 23. Copen 10,000.
Delta 2852, Indy Center, yield frequency. JetBlue 2048, radar contact, say altitude.
Alright, currently a light thunderstorm in progress. Broken 11,000, overcast
turn
19.
left, direct Mario.
Direct Mario and 370 for JetBlue 2048.
And Swift Air 811, we're squawking on Charlie. Ready to taxi.
Alright, 11, runway 18 left, taxi via Juliet Sierra.
18 left, taxi via Juliet Sierra, 811, Swift wings.
Lindbergh 1640 requesting flight level 300.
Number 1640, Connor, maintain flight level 300.
300, Lindbergh 1640.
Lindbergh 1640, just confirm you are Slant Lima.
Affirmative 1640.
All right, starting to pick up some of these storms. We'll see how they materialize.
FedEx 811, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
13255 for FedEx 811. Thanks for the great ATC. See ya.
It's 4 left.
Iowa's 4 left, Envoy 3626.
Blue Streak 5365, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb maintain 350, Blue Streak 5365, got a turn.
Yep, just give me another minute, I'll get a turn for you.
Okay.
At 1738, contact Houston Center 132.77.
Contact Houston Center 132.77 out of 1738. See ya.
See ya, Blue Streak 5365, left turn direct Rico.
53.
Good evening, Memphis Center. FedEx 811 Heavy with you. Flight level 380.
FedEx 811, Memphis Center, roger.
Memphis approach has come up. 25.8.
Envoy 3627, flighting 250, descend and maintain 6,000 vectors, final approach course.
Envoy 3627 is to maintain 5,000, heading 260.
November 128, Mike Delta, leaving my airspace, Kansas City closed, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, good day, November 128, Mike Delta.
All right, we are
Blue
closing.
2613, descend and maintain flight level 310.
See how centers are behind us.
Descend
Well,
maintain flight level 310.
they're starting to shut down for the night, but it was nice to see the East Coast lit up. And we are in their territory, and we'll be needing a descent soon.
Memphis Center, American 511, bit US leg level 340.
American 511, Memphis Center ident.
Memphis Center, good evening, Delta 2083, level 340.
All right, we're about
Delta
120
2083,
miles
Memphis
out
Center, good
from
evening.
descent. All right, descent checks, we'll start them now. Landing data. All right, so we're going to plan about 148.
American 511, radar contact.
Let's bring it in
36
at
miles north of Cunningham, flight level
150, maybe
350.
155 for this approach. We'll plan. Better yet, let me just hit sim brief real quick for the landing. Okay, we'll go brakes. We'll go with brakes
Envoy
medium.
3627, fly heading 240.
And at
Heading
sit
240,
we
envoy
start
3627.
down. Hey, we got traffic ahead of us. Somewhere out there in the great black yonder.
United 2015, contact ND Center 128.22.
Going to Newark.
128.22, United 2015, okay.
Memphis Center, FedEx 1479 through 12000 for 16,000.
FedEx 1479, Memphis Center, good evening. Climb maintain, flight level 350.
Out of 12,000 for flight level 350, 1479.
Spirit wings 467, contact Memphis approach 125.8, good day.
There the storms are. Now we'll see how they translate onto the screen ahead of us. All right, getting ready to overfly Nashville.
Envoy 3627, fly heading 220, descend and maintain 4000.
Counter 4000, 220, Envoy 367.
United 1976, contact Memphis approach 125.8, good luck.
25.8, United 1976, see ya.
JetBlue 2613, contact Indy Center 128.22, good day.
128.22, good day, JetBlue 2613, thank you.
Delta 295, leaving airspace, Fort Worth closed, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Over to advisory, Delta 295 Heavy. So long.
See ya. Blue Streak 5365, Atlanta's closing, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Morning, 53, open.
FedEx 1479 showing an area of moderate to extreme precipitation at your 12 o'clock, extends along your route of flight for about 130 miles, tops above flight level 450, advise if you need to deviate.
FedEx 1479, affirmative, 20 degrees left of track would be nice for now.
FedEx 1479, roger, approved as requested, and let me know when able direct, we'll do Ember.
Okay, we're going left to 010, we're through flight level 240, and we'll report when we are able direct Ember.
Delta 2083, pilot's discretion, descend and maintain flight level 240, and would you like the ILS 4 right at Little Raft?
Alright, pilot discretion down 240, and if possible, would like 4 left.
Delta 2083, roger. Are you able to DME arc, or you want vectors?
Delta 2083, prefer vectors. We can do the arc, but vectors can't do.
Roger, you could expect that. Envoy 3627, turn right heading 320.
Right heading 320, Envoy 367.
of 050, I might be able to go through.
FedEx 1479, roger, flight heading 050.
Right to 050, FedEx 1479.
Might be a little pretty close there. I'm showing a tiny gap there as well.
Memphis Center, good evening. Skyhawk 279 for you, the 4000, direct and orbit Tango with
Envoy 3627, descend and maintain 2000, fly heading 010, join the 4 left localizer.
Envoy 3627, 010 down 2000, we'll join the localizer for my right. Envoy 3627.
And November 27905 Juliet, Memphis Center, is that you calling?
4000, direct north to Memphis.
Cessna 95 Juliet, roger. When able, say approach request for Blitheville there.
It's possible 18 ILS, please.
Over 27905 Juliet, roger. Expect that.
Expect that, 95, thank you.
Memphis Center, hello, experimental jet November 139 Lima, about 6 miles northwest of the Matthews Airport, flight level 270. I think I might clip your airspace a little bit on the way to Indy.
November 139 Lima, Memphis Center, radar contact as reported. Yep, you will indeed, so thanks for checking in.
Perfecto, thanks.
FedEx 811, descend via Blues 5 arrival, Memphis landing south, Memphis altimeter 2971.
Okay, FedEx 811 will descend via the Blues 5 arrival and will be landing south in Memphis. And center, just to let you know, FedEx 811 will begin our descent here for following the chart.
Roger.
Memphis Center, FedEx 1479, request further right, 080, heading.
FedEx 1479, roger, fly heading 080.
Right to 080, FedEx 1479.
Appropriate music for what we're getting ready to fly into.
Envoy 3627, are you on 4 right or 4 left?
4 left, Envoy 367.
Okay, looks like you're, just verify that, because it looks like you're lined up for 4 right.
Working on that, Envoy 367.
Alright, just making sure. Envoy 3627, 6 miles from the final approach fix, maintain 2000 until established, cleared ILS runway 4 left approach.
It's ILS 4 left, Envoy 367, next.
Cessna 905 Juliet, are you able to take the approach via Gurley with the hold, or do you prefer vectors?
I prefer vector method.
Roger.
Memphis FedEx 1479 request heading 060.
FedEx 1479, roger, fly heading 060.
Left to 060, FedEx 1479.
Cessna 905 Juliet, fly present heading, maintain 4000, vectors, final approach course.
Cruising heading 4000, spec, right vector 9
Envoy 3627, wind calm, runway 4 left, clear land.
Winds acknowledged, 4 left, clear land. Envoy 3627 next.
Memphis Center, Spirit Wings 830, 11.5, climbing 15,000.
Spirit Wings 830, Memphis Center, good evening. Climb maintain, flight level 390.
390, Spirit Wings 830.
And a 139 Lima manifest step out for limit.
If you can just hold on just like a minute, I'm waiting for Indy to take your hand off and then you can step away.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look here with Elevate Tech at what we're dealing with. We may actually sneak it in. We got a bow echo headed our way.
Error
Gotta love it.
139er Lima, contact Indy 128.22. Have a good one.
2822, 139 Lima, still there.
FedEx 1479, request heading 040.
FedEx 1479, fly heading 040.
040 for FedEx 1479, thanks.
American 511, leaving my airspace. Atlanta is closed. Freighter service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Envoy 3627, welcome to Little Rock. Juliet to the ramp.
Juliet to the ramp, Envoy 367 next.
Roger, American 511 radio service terminated. See ya.
See ya.
All right, here we go. Coming up on Colleen.
And Memphis Center, FedEx 1479, I think direct Papa X-ray Victor on course should be just fine.
Alright, FedEx 1479, roger. Proceed direct Pocket City.
Direct Pocket City on course, FedEx 1479.
Spirit Wings 830, contact Indy 128.22.
2822, Spirit Wings 830, good day.
FedEx 1479, contact Indy 128.22. Have a good one.
12822, thanks. Good night.
Runway 3627 shutting down. Have a good night. Have a good night. Thanks for flying.
All right, condition codes on the runway are still all 5s. And we've lost our ATIS at Memphis. It's because we lost the Why isn't Tower putting one up? Unless Tower and ground are going to go
Delta
up.
2083, descend and maintain 11,000, Little Rock altimeter 2970.
So maintain 11,000, 2970, Delta 2083.
2971. All right, here we go. There's those thunderstorms, and we're going to be right on the front edge of them. Cool. I don't know why Chewie has us at hyperspace, but he must like it.
Cessna 905 Juliet, descend and maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2009 for you.
All right, we are getting ready to make the turn towards Bluz and Cuppen.
Cessna 905 Juliet, fly heading 090.
0909 for you.
FedEx 811 Heavy, expect the ILS runway 18 left.
FedEx 811 expecting 18 left. Hopefully we'll find it. Starting to get some good lightning. Actually, the weather still looks slightly north and west of the field. I've seen this before and it fills in when I get there.
Cessna 905 Juliet, 6 miles from Gurley, fly heading 150, maintain 2000 till established, cleared ILS, runway 18, Bethville approach.
Fly heading 150 until established, clear ILS at 18, 9 for you.
Words are hard.
See how it's starting to extend? Yeah, we had this once. Now, granted, it was Africa, but yeah, it got horrible.
Visitor TBM 123 affirms with you 2800.
TBM November 1232 Uniform Memphis, center radar contact, climb maintain, flight level tree 10, and I'll have a turn for you in a bit.
Roger that, flight level 310, 13 Uniform.
Memphis Center reach 3314 with you flight level 360.
Reach 3314 Memphis Center, roger.
Really wish whoever's playing with their push to talk switch would stop.
November 1232 Uniform, clear direct McGee Airport.
Clear direct Knoxville, 13 to 4.
November 279er5 Juliet, no aircraft reported between you and the vicinity of the field. Radar services are terminated. Report IFR cancellation or missed approach to this frequency. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Missed approach with you on Knoxville.
Delta 2083, fly heading 260, descend and maintain 4,000.
Alright, 260, maintain 4,000, Delta 2083.
Center, FedEx 415 Heavy is with you at 2,000, time for 5,000 direct reps.
FedEx 1485, heavy Memphis departure, Memphis Center, roger. Radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 310.
310, up to 310 at 310 for FedEx 1485 Heavy.
Memphis Center, Casio 181 Mike Juliet, checking in, flight level 280, descending 16,000.
November 181 Mike Juliet, Memphis Center, roger. The John Tune altimeter 29er74.
2974, 1 Mike Juliet.
Hey guys, double check whatever button you have as your push to talk. Somebody keeps pressing the button and inadvertently while they're typing.
I think it's that guy.
Yeah.
Memphis Center, Southwest 312 with you passing 12,000 on to 15,000.
Southwest 312, Memphis Center, roger, climb maintain flight level 230.
It's a good chance that's
Climb maintain
Memphis
230.
right ahead of us. See what I mean, how you can see them.
Memphis Center, good evening. American 1640 descending via the Swift 2, passing flight level 210 for 200.
American 1640 Memphis Center radar contact. Descend via Swift 2 arrival. Nashville landing south. Altimeter 29er79er.
Landing south, 29er79er, American 1640.
FedEx 811 heavy descend and maintain 6,000. Fly heading 260.
260 down to 6,000, FedEx 811 heavy.
Charlie Golf November Bravo Romeo Memphis Center. Southwest 312 leaving my airspace. Atlanta's closed. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Southwest 312. See ya! Yeah.
Delta 23 descend and maintain 2,000. Fly heading 310.
So maintain 2,000 and turn right heading 310, Delta 183.
Delta 23 7 miles from Lasky. Turn right heading 010. Maintain 2,000 until established. Quit ILS. Runway 4 left approach.
Right heading 010, maintain 2,000 until established. Clear to
Whoa.
ILS runway 4 left approach.
Nice lightning.
Delta 2083, Windcom, runway 4 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 4 left, Delta 2083.
American 1640, contact Nashville approach 119.35.
119.35, American 1640. See ya!
And it really does sound like that.
Skyhawk 278 for Julia, on the ground, to cancel my FR plan, please. See ya. Cessna 905 Juliet, roger, IFR cancellation received 0309 Zulu. You can have a good one, sir. Thanks for flying. Thank you, appreciate it. Have a good night. Night for you.
Memphis approach, Memphis Center, November 123 uniform. Can we go back to Memphis?
November 1232 uniform, roger. For now, turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 15,000.
270, 15,000 for 32 uniform.
FedEx 811, fly heading 210, interceptor 18 left localizer.
(210) intercept the ILS 18 left.
And TBM 32 uniform, you're cleared to Memphis Airport via radar vectors direct, maintain 15,000, and are you an emergency of any kind?
TBM 32 uniform, cleared to Memphis via vectors as filed, flight level 15,000. We're having there's a few things actually. I live in Memphis and my power is probably gonna go out soon because there's a real storm outside. Also, I think there's something wrong with my fuel because the fuel in my right tank seems to be like depleting at a rapid rate. So, yeah.
Alright, roger that. FedEx 811 Heavy, descend and maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, FedEx 811.
Delta 2083, welcome to Little Rock, Juliet to the ramp.
Juliet to the ramp, Delta 2083, got a pirate for you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. What you got?
Hey, Delta 2083, we cut the lights right at minimums. We had about 20 knots of tailwind all the way down to about 800, and it pretty much cut off calm from there.
That sounds very sporty, thank you.
Yeah, have a good night, Dylan.
You too, buddy. FedEx 811 Heavy is 8 miles from Moroni, cleared ILS runway 18 left approach.
Cleared for the approach, 18 left, FedEx 811, gear down. What is that wind? Oh my God, look at that, folks. 208 at 50. Holy mackerel. I'm sorry, did I make a wrong turn in Albuquerque and ended up in Chicago? Holy mackerel. Yeah, we'll let the
FedEx 811, contact Memphis Tower, 119.7. Have a good one.
119.7 FedEx 811. Thanks. Sorry, we're not playing the See You game.
November 181.
Yeah, Memphis Tower, FedEx 811 Heavy. On the ILS, gear down. 18 left.
FedEx Memphis, sir. Wind 27013.45. You sure you want to continue, or
Yep, we'll go ahead and continue for FedEx 811.
FedEx 811 Roger, 18 left, clear land.
Clear to land, 18 left. We'll see if this wind really shifts. My winds are a little different than theirs. All right, time for me to do some flying. Whoa, this is a little fun. This kind of remembrance of Chicago a few weeks ago. Landing.
FedEx 11, highly welcome to right now.
And Tower FedEx 811 off at Sierra 1, I believe it is.
Yeah, FedEx 811, you can take FedEx ramp via
Tower FedEx
Sierra Victor.
Okay. Did you need me to contact ground or?
FedEx 811, this part of the taxiway is under my control. Taxi parking via Sierra Victor across 27 at Sierra.
Sierra Victor. I'm not. Okay. And to parking at that point? Okay. Whatever. All right. FedEx 811 Sierra Victor to parking. Maybe.
It's going to be across 27 at Sierra.
And understand we're cleared across 27 FedEx 811. Why am I not talking to ground? Okay, I know better. Don't ask questions.
So no, what's wrong?
All right. That was a fun flight, especially that landing. didn't have the 270 that he said, but we had 200 at, I think I saw 35. So it's still a pretty good cross on that runway. Still within limits though, so. Definitely a wet runway. Yeah, according to them, heavy thunderstorm broke in at 1200. We were out at 5,000, 6,000. And and the RVR of 2,800. So, I mean, it was, if the weather would have been like the report, 1 mile visibility, this would have really been a cool approach. Now it's 300. But again, I'm not showing that in my airplane. Again, each airplane's gonna be different. I mean, for all purposes, I could have turned the weather off and we'd have never seen a thing. Like those great lightning strikes right around us. I don't trust this guy, so. And we're going on to Victor, so. And tower, FedEx 811 Heavy is clear of runway 27.
Contact ground contact ground at 1449.
Okay, over to ground, 120.19. And Memphis ground, FedEx 811's off runway 27, now on Victor.
FedEx 811 Heavy, Victor to the ramp, see ya.
To the ramp, see ya, FedEx 811 Heavy.
Hey, by the way, what was the weather like up there? It looked pretty gnarly.
The winds were about 200 to 210 at about 35, close to touchdown. Beyond that, it wasn't too bad in X-plane.
Okay, that's not too bad. I was watching you. I have my tower view open. I saw you really planted it right there on the numbers. Nice job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it got a little hairy there at the end, but yeah, it. Now there's a storm was on my radar about to hit the airport. I think it's here now.
Yeah, I think we're in the midst of it right now. Yeah.
Had some great lightning on approach.
Yeah, the METAR is showing lightning, IC, CC, CA, CG. So it is basically lightning everywhere all at once right now.
Well, I live up in the St. Louis area, and we had all of this about 4 hours ago with tornadoes and all. So, yeah, it kind of looks the same.
Well, thank goodness you got through that safely.
Oh yeah, it's been a pretty rough spring so far. I think this is the most severe weather this quickly in spring.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I used to live in Chicago for most of my life, and yeah, I never remember anything this bad.
It's slippery. Holy mackerel. You guys sure the temperature is above freezing? I feel like I'm taxiing on an ice rink. Okay, we're into blocks. All right, well, ground FedEx 811 heavies into blocks. For a second there, I thought temperatures were below freezing, how slippery it was.
Yeah, it's crazy what wind and water will do to you.
Oh, man. Sure is. You have a great night. Thanks for the ATC. Memphis did a great job, as always.
Thanks, man. That's high praise. See you next time. Have a good night.
There we go. We're going to have more ground. We just had somebody land. All right. Well, that, folks, was wow. That was fun. Let me just make sure we're ready to shut down. State Trims 3 APU should by now be available. Is it? Okay, we're going to have to wait on it. All right, while we're waiting, exterior lights we can kill. This is a good, I mean, it's really, I'm like, wow. Okay, weather radar, transponder, flap, slats all up. All right, we're in the blocks, just waiting on the Apu. If not, I will turn this over to the ground power. Power available. Okay, bleed to on. And we are... Okay, seatbelts are off. Come down. All right, I'm going to go ahead, kick the dome on a little to help us. All right, so finishing up here, exterior lights are all beacons off. And IRS can go off. Windshield, any anti-ice that was on is all off. Status. Okay, nothing broke. All right, welcome into Memphis. What a great flight. What a fun, great flight. All right, we're going to hit the stop button. They got, oh my God, 131 feet a minute. I thought we did a little worse than that. We'll see how Sim Toolkit takes to it. Wow. Maybe a bounce. All right, there we are. Here in good old Memphis at the Super Hub. Hope you all enjoyed. I sure did. Let's take a listen to that thunder. Matt Air 1970 or bleh, Matt 1997 Air. Thank you for the flowers. We sure appreciate the good landing. All right, let's do a quick look here of our Elevatech. Oh yeah, it's getting really nasty here. And that's one thing I like about X-Plane is the lightning. Some of it, yeah, just lines, you know, but some really look really authentic. And I really like it. 154. Wow. 127. I would not have guessed that by the way I felt that plane land. 1.8 Gs, so that's what I felt. So, all right. Well, that is just outright awesome. Okay, now it's time for Sim Toolkit. They usually grade us pretty hard. So you can see the flight all the way in here to Memphis. The lines really don't appear to have moved, but they have. All of this is on top of Memphis now. Let's do this. Let's complete the flight. Oh, that sounds so awesome. All right. Do I want to, what did he say? Do I want to change up or what? I'm like, yeah, no. Now, technically, the wind is 300 per the METAR in the real world. So, yeah, I would have. But we were still showing it down the runway, so we took it. All right, 2 G's. So yeah, we did thump the runway a little bit. 361, 2.3 G's at 126. We were a little slow. However, where did he told me I was on the numbers. I thought that's where I was. Of course, what's it saying? Oh, it doesn't have a number for it. Oh, well. Well, looking at where we touched down, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 500 feet. I'd say better part of 40 feet off the center line. That wasn't really, you know, that, for me in a crosswind, that actually wasn't bad. Should have been back further, but hey, this is a challenge day. If you guys want the challenge, from Memphis to, say, hang on a second. Just waiting on it. Indianapolis, Cleveland, Detroit, you've got a good challenge ahead of you. This is some fun, folks. If you're into IFR, flying in storms and all of that, even though a lot of holds are going on right now. But from basically Detroit, Toronto, all the way down pretty much to Memphis, maybe a little over here towards Shreveport. But the bulk is Memphis to Indianapolis to Detroit, Cleveland. So, wow, that was just, and there, now it's more up to date. So you can see the lines coming through. Fun, fun, fun. So if you're into it, you heard the one guy having fun zigzagging through it all with the radar for PMDG or whatever he was flying. So fun day. So I hope you all enjoyed. I sure did. So for now, we're going to call it tomorrow. Look for a flight out of Osaka headed towards Indonesia. We'll see. I know it's approximately 7 hours long direct. I may cut it off at Cebu or Manila. I haven't decided yet. So how that'll work. So I hope you all enjoy. Hope you all enjoyed this night run. It is a rarity that one, I get the chance to fly at night with y'all in the evening hours here in the U.S. and to go ahead and not run it in the daytime so you can see the aircraft. So great fun time. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead, call it what it was. A great flight, great time, great people on board tonight. Overall, a great stream. So we will end it on a high note. And hope you all have a wonderful remaining part of your Wednesday night. Enjoy, because tomorrow is Friday Eve. See you then. God bless you all. Have a great night.